Good afternoon. It's July 29th, and we've been out picking figs in the greenhouse once again, and we're going to see what we have got here today. The very first fig we're going to look at is going to be Violet Sepor. It's pretty ripe, kind of ugly. This one was in a pot. Usually it don't have that big of an open eye, but it's definitely super ripe. Thick. The top end of it is a little juicy. There's a lot of sugar and some strawberry in there. So, Violet Sepor. We had to make an adjustment to our video there. It's a tasty fig. We'll see what the next one is we can find here. This is a big one. It weighs a good 100 grams or more. This is yellow long neck. Always refreshingly sweet and juicy. Maybe a little, I always call it a tropical flavor. Sometimes they'll be a little redder on the inside too. They kind of vary. That's a really tasty fig. This next one is LSU Gold. And it's big and thick. It's extremely ripe. And it's kind of, the texture on it's kind of neat. It's a little thicker. Really like this LSU Gold. Has some pretty good weight to it. I'd say it's a good 60 grams. Here's another really interesting. This will kind of break things up a little bit. I'm going to have to get me a drink of water. This is Moscatel Pretto. And this is maybe my second one, and I got a couple more coming. And these are good 60 gram figs. They're big. I mean, here's a super red hybrid. It's a little bit bigger, but not much. This is probably heavier than this one. This thing is dense. And oh my. A little bit of mold right there at the edge of the eye. Maybe, maybe not. I'm going to cut it out anyway. Because it certainly won't hurt it in my book. Moscatel Pretto. Rich berry. There's a lot of flavor in this area here, around the Saconium. There's some strong sweet strawberry flavors in the skin too. I don't know how it's going to hold up the shipping. It's pretty, the skin on it's pretty soft. This one has been in the fridge a few days, and it does keep. That's a good thing to know. Let's look at this next one here. This is that super red hybrid. Oh, that don't look ripe enough. Actually, it is. Cut that again. It don't look like it, but it's sweet. This one typically it tastes like watermelon, and this typically tastes like watermelon. No matter how ripe it is, I think it's ripe enough there. That one hasn't been in, and that hadn't been in the fridge. That was picked fresh today. Or a couple of these have been in the fridge for a couple of days. All right, this next one is Black Zadar, and these are all main crops. Black Zadar is kind of a pancake flat fig, but best I remember, it was really good. This come off of a this tree is in the other greenhouse that ain't got plastic on it in the ground, so it got quite a bit of rain on it, and you know it held up pretty good in the rain. I won't say that for the LSU Tiger that's planted out there, but this Black Zadar and the Moro de Canela done real well. Thick, creamy berry flavor. A little bit of honey in there. It could have hung another day. A light strawberry flavor. Alright, this next one is Ravendiassi. And I don't know how well you're going to be able to see it, but it's got some, what looks like some honey down in that eye. I'm going to be interested to cut this open because I don't think this fig gets talked about enough, and it's really a good fig. Oh yeah, that's what it typically looks like. It has a lot more white. It has like long, thin white achenes in it that go through the red like that, but it's fully ripe, and that's typically what Ravendiassi looks like. That's a real rich, thick raspberry strawberry flavor. It's got both of them in it. I really like this one. I'd be interested to get this one here put in the ground and see what it turns into. I had one the other day that was a little bit bigger than this and a little riper. It seems like it just gets better. So, alright, we got two more varieties here we're going to look at. This is Calidom Ramada. Oh yeah, it looks perfectly right. Getting some darker colors, some more caramel looking colors here with a little bit of red around the edge. That's just about the way it should be. That's like pancake batter there. Real smooth, kind of nice texture. Not so much sweet, but it's got a rich berry flavor to it. It's like berry pancake batter. It's kind of strange, but it's really good. The texture really sells that one. And notice, I tell you what, this would be an excellent candidate for shipping in a box if you wanted to do. Definitely would be ideal for commercial because this thing's been in the fridge for 5 or 6 days now. And I mean, like, it would probably be fine for 5 or 6 more days. And the skin's good and thick. I really like this. Is like, maybe this needs to be put in the ground, which I believe it is going to get put in the ground in the greenhouse. We still got 22 spots in, because I think this might be an ideal commercial fig. I mean, it's the end of July. If you had an in-ground tree that was ripening this at the end of July, you're going to have it all picked by the 1st of September, so you can get a full crop of it. And you could actually mail order these, not only just sell them at the farmer's market. And they keep their stripe too, so they're real pretty. That's called a Dom Ramada. Now this last one, I've got a couple of them. I've got 3 of them actually. I'm going to cut all 3 of these open. These are, I've got kind of an ugly spot on it. And so does that one. But I try to let them hang. This is Mutante Vetto from Nikki. Now my tree is 2 years old this year. It's the one that's kind of got weepy type. It's kind of weeping type tree. I ate one of these the other day and it was actually, wow, they don't look all that juicy. They have a nice berry flavor to them. And they got kind of a texture like a Bronzola Rosa, so they're kind of a creamy berry flavor. Like I said, they don't, when you look at them, they're not really all that impressive at all. But, and so I think that maybe once this tree is, say, 4, 5, 6 years old, that they will be a really good fig. Got a nice smooth, it's got more of a butter texture with some berry to it, and it's kind of creamy. This I believe this one's going to have a lot of promise down the road. I'm going to eat one more of these, see if I can pick up any more flavors. I don't know how to describe it other than just a creamy berry flavor. But I've noticed that some of these fig varieties, they take a number of years before they really start producing some good quality figs. I mean, don't expect nothing out of an LSU Purple for 3 years, or a Champagne, or, I mean, you might get some little figs, but they become a lot better. I would have thrown the towel in on Campaneri after 2 years because I thought the figs were awful. Now I think they're great. My tree's 5 years old, so you really want to give these trees some time to mature before you just discard them and forget them. Here's all the ones we took a taste of back on the plate. Oh, we got one more here we didn't check, and I'm positive that this is Bronzola Rosso. That's interesting. There's some brown sugar in that. Tastes like berries and brown sugar for sure. Not sure what kind of berry, but if I had another one we'd find out. But alright, there's the plate of figs I'm eating on today. Thanks for stopping by.